With the rapid growth of the internet and online sales, it is becoming more and more essential for small businesses to take their products online. With Alan's Vintage Books, Alan has decided that he would like an e-commerce website. He can do this through WordPress using any number of plugins. Our recommended plugin is one by WooThemes, which is called WooCommerce. To install WooCommerce, we go to the plugins and we click Add New. We're going to search for WooCommerce. You can see the WooCommerce comes up top. We can look at the details and it will give you the details of the system that you are about to install. Click Install Now. The package will upload, unpack and install onto your website. To activate the plugin, simply click Activate Plugin. You will see you get a number of messages come up. The first is a welcome to WooCommerce. It says you're almost ready to start selling. Install the WooCommerce pages or skip setup. By installing the WooCommerce pages, you automatically create pages for your checkout, your basket and your products. Click Install WooCommerce pages and you automatically get a message saying, thanks, that's all done. You get a little page regarding features that the system has, and you can have a read through here to see what you've already installed. If we go to the settings, you will see we still have a message here that says your theme does not declare WooCommerce support. If you encounter layout issues, please read our integration guide or choose a WooCommerce theme. This is saying that our theme might not be compatible with WooCommerce, so we may have to rethink our design. We're going to hide this notice and we're just going to have a quick look through the WooCommerce settings. Under the general setting, you can choose your base location, which in this case is the United Kingdom, your currency, which is pound sterling, allowed countries, where you can select which countries can actually access your store, or you can leave it as all countries. You can enter site-wide text. In this case, we're going to leave this as this is a demo store for testing purposes. No orders shall be fulfilled. This will stop people ordering and expecting to receive a vintage book from Alan's Vintage Books. We can enable coupons. Through the checkout, we can enable guests to check out without needing to register for an account. We can enable the customer note field at checkout, and we can force a secure checkout so that we show that payment is secure on the website. This will help with your conversion. Allowing registration allows returning people to come back and purchase things without needing to put all of their information back in. Allow registration on my account page. Register using email address for the username. Under customer accounts, we can prevent customers from accessing the WordPress admin. We will tick that. We can clear the cart when people log out. We can allow customers to repurchase orders from their account page. This is good for people who want to keep ordering the same thing over and over. With Vintage Books, we think it's rare, so we're going to leave this blank. We get the option for styles and scripts. We can enable WooCommerce CSS, the cascading style sheet, which will allow you to make changes to the WooCommerce layout and design. Here you have your designs for the different colors that you will use in the administration area. We normally leave these as default. For scripts, we can enable Lightbox. The Lightbox enables the gallery images and the review form to open in a box over the top of the page that you are viewing. You can enable the Enhanced Country Select box. This will allow a script showing the country fields to be searchable. This makes the user experience better. You can also have downloadable products. You can have the file download to download automatically if you have online products. You can set access restrictions so that downloads require a login, or you can grant access to downloadable products after payment. This isn't important for our vintage books as they are a physical product. If you've made any changes, click Save Changes, and this will save your changes. Under Catalog, you can choose a number of different options regarding your catalogs and the way that your products are displayed on the shop pages. The default product sorting you can change to be the popularity in sales so that your top selling products come top. The average rating, sort by most recent. You can sort by price, ascending or descending. In this case, we leave it custom order ordering and name. Shop page display, show products, show subcategories, or both. We normally leave this as show products. Default category display is to show the products as well. Add to cart, you can redirect to the cart page after a successful addition, which will take people automatically straight over to their shopping cart once they've added something to their cart. You can also enable Ajax add to cart buttons on archives. My advice would be to leave the redirect cart option unticked and leave people shopping for as long as possible so that they buy more products. We have product data option. We have product fields. Enable SKU field for products. This is a unique identifier. We advise that you have one of these for your products. If you have a great number of products, it becomes a lot easier to manage. You can enable the weight field. Some shipping methods may require this, so we leave this ticked. You can enable the dimension fields. Again, some shipping methods may require this. You can show weight and dimension values on the additional information tab. Again, we leave all of these ticked. You can choose your weight unit, kilograms, grams, pounds, or ounces. We leave this as kilograms, as many postage methods and shipping methods use kilograms over pounds and ounces. Your dimensions unit, you can have meters, centimeters, millimeters, inches, or yards. We advise that you stick with centimeters. For product ratings, you can enable ratings on reviews. Ratings are required to leave a review so that someone just can't come along and click 1 star and not leave a reason for it. You can show verified owner label for customer reviews. This will add authority to the reviews that you are getting on your website. Pricing options. The following options affect how prices are displayed on your front end. The currency position is to the left. The thousand separator is a comma. The decimal separator is a full stop. The number of decimals is 2. And you can choose whether or not to remove trailing zeros, as you can see here. If you have a number of products that end in 99 or 95, you can choose to leave this off. We have image options. These settings affect the actual dimensions of your images in your catalog. The display on the front end will still be affected by the CSS styles. After changing these settings, you may need to regenerate your thumbnails. This is something we will take you through in a later video. We do advise that you leave these images as they are when you first enter WooCommerce. If you've made any changes, click Save Changes, and they are your catalog options. Click on Pages to take you in to your default pages. Set up WooCommerce pages here, for example, the base page. The base page can also be used in your product permalink. As you can see here, the shop base page is shop. This will add an extra level to our URL. So we're going to remove that and not have a shop base page. This will be better for SEO. If you've got a terms and conditions page, you can choose it here. We haven't set one up yet, so we can't choose this. The shop pages were automatically created by WooCommerce when we first entered and asked it to set the pages up for us. As you can see here, it has automatically filled out all of these for us, so we don't need to do it. We're going to click Save Changes, and that's the page sections changed. Select Inventory, and you can enable stock management. You can hold stock for 60 minutes after someone's entered it into their shopping cart. You can turn on low stock notifications. You can enable out of stock notifications. You can send a notification to the recipient. In this case, it's Alan. But if we change this to Peter, we can also let his brother know when things go out of stock. We can set the low stock threshold to 2. Because it's vintage books, we're going to set it to 1. If something goes out of stock, it is into 0. Out of stock visibility, you can hide the stock items from the catalogue, or you can show them out of stock. In this case, we're going to leave anything that's out of stock still on the website. The stock display format allows you to change the way that in-stock and out-of-stock items show on your website. So here we've chosen only show stock when low, only 2 left in stock versus in stock. These are your inventory options. Click Save Changes and you've saved. Select the tax option and you'll be given a number of tax options and rules. You can enable taxes and tax calculations. Prices entered with tax. Yes, I will enter prices inclusive of tax, or no, I will enter prices exclusive of tax. If you enter the prices inclusive of tax, this is the price that people will see and pay when they get to your checkout. The system will automatically show the calculation of the tax based on the tax rates that you enter. You can calculate the tax based on the customer shipping address, the customer billing address, or the shop base address. The default customer address is the shop base address. Shipping tax class, you can also change standard, reduced rate, or zero tax. Rounding, round tax at subtotal level instead of rounding per line. This may mean that customers end up paying either more or less for some products. I advise you leave rounding off. You can set additional tax classes by simply entering them in here. You can display prices during cart and checkout, including or excluding tax. We advise including tax. And you can save these changes. At the top, we have tax options. If you click on Standard, you will have the option to enter a standard tax rate. You can insert a row and you can say which country, which state, which zip code and postcode, city, the rate of tax that they will pay, the tax name and the priority. For UK-based businesses, VAT is 20%. Save the changes, and you will see we now have the UK country code, which you can select here, has a 20% tax rate across the board. We can add a reduced rate and we can add a zero rate. These rates are more for US-based stores who have different tax rates in different zip codes and states. If you made any changes, click Save Changes and your tax settings have now been set.